Today on Timeless Adventures, we're headed to the West Central Mountains of Colorado. On our way to the Redstone and Marble area, we visited the Maroon Bells, America's most photographed mountains. This area is home to 7 of the 53 peaks over 14,000 feet. These peaks are commonly referred to as Colorado's 14ers. Due to the popularity and parking restrictions in this area, a shuttle bus is available from Aspen Highlands to transport visitors to the West Maroon Wilderness parking lot during peak hours. From the parking lot and with little effort, you can walk on a nice trail to view Maroon Lake with a spectacular view of the Maroon Peaks towering above. In July, there's little snow and lots of wildflowers. Maroon Lake sits at 9,573 feet. This video clip is what it looks like the beginning of June when snow is still covering the peaks. Today, we are hiking to Crater Lake. It sits at 10,141 feet. The Crater Lake Trail is approximately a 3.5-mile round-trip hike. During the hike, we saw lots of wildflowers, like these, the fireweed, and the white cow parsnip. Other flowers we saw were wild daisies, columbine, and scarlet paintbrush. Some of the animals that can be spotted in the Maroon Bells are moose, mule deer, bighorn sheep, and black bears. The Maroon Bells Snowmass Wilderness spans roughly 735 square miles. Other than water and a stack, it's essentially bring your camera. The views are incredible. The first mile begins on the right side of Maroon Lake and heads up a densely wooded slope through a grove of aspen trees. The first mile is consistently steep and has a demanding uphill gradient. Next, the incline levels out and transitions into a boulder field with very few trees. Once we made it to Crater Lake, the view did not disappoint. The stunning lake is nestled at the base of the maroon-colored 14ers. We arrived at Crater Lake around 8:30 in the morning, which provided us with dramatic reflections. This trail has an elevation change of 695 feet. What makes it so hard at times is the elevation, but it is definitely worth it. We got back into the car and headed down on Maroon Creek Road toward Aspen. We stopped at the T. Lazy 7 Ranch to look around and get some information. It is a working ranch and you could often see llamas, goats, miniature donkeys, and horses. You could also book trail rides and fly fishing excursions. After we looked around the ranch, we drove an hour to Redstone to check into the hotel. We stayed at the historic Redstone Inn. The hotel was built in 1902. It is famous for its lingering spirits and unexplained paranormal activity. It has an inviting pool and a delicious on-site restaurant. After we swam and enjoyed a meal, we headed to the Redstone Coke Oven Historic District. Constructed in 1899, these ovens played a crucial role in the processing of coal into coke for the region's smelting industry. The next morning, we drove to Carbondale and went on a half-day fly fishing guided trip. We scheduled our fly fishing trip through the Crystal Fly Shop. Our guide provided all the necessary gear, including rods, reels, waders, and boots, ensuring we were fully equipped for our adventure. He taught us how to tie flies and master basic casting techniques. With these skills, we enjoyed the peacefulness of the river while catching Rocky Mountain whitefish, making for an unforgettable day in nature. During our trip to this part of Colorado, we also booked a half-day horseback riding tour with Out West guides. They are located just outside the main town of Marble. Marble is only 11 miles south of Redstone. Out West guides provided gentle horses for us to ride, plus highly knowledgeable cowboys who really knew the local terrain. They were full of knowledge, making for a wonderful experience. We started our horseback riding tour around 10 a.m. in the morning. The Marble Valley floor starts at 7,800 feet. The trail we took quickly gained elevation through groves of aspen into a more rugged alpine terrain. The steep, rocky trail and stream crossings made for a slightly challenging ride, but the views were absolutely spectacular. We headed down the mountain to the stables, crossing the Crystal River again. It was a fantastic morning. We definitely want to do this again the next time we visit this area. On the way to Marble, we stopped to take pictures of the beautiful mountain views. My favorite mountain view was the one with a carpet of yellow wildflowers at the base. The town of Marble sits at an elevation of 7,950 feet. Once in Marble, we headed over to the Marble Mill site. The Marble Mill was once the world's largest marble finishing facility, operating in the early 1900s until 1941. It was renowned for the processing of very high-quality, pure white Ural marble, which was used in the construction of the Lincoln Memorial and the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The Ural marble comes from the Ural Creek Valley, which is roughly 3 miles southeast of the town of Marble. It was closed in 1941 when the U.S. government declared the marble industry as a non-essential enterprise during World War II. Today, as you can see, it's just ruins. It was a fun afternoon walking around the 25-acre historic site, looking at the remains of the old mill. During this trip, we also went paddleboarding. We brought our blow-up paddleboard so that we could go paddleboarding on the picturesque Beaver Lake. Beaver Lake is a high-elevation 20-acre reservoir. It was created for the Marble Mill and for the residents of Marble. If paddleboarding on the lake, all adults 16 and older must have a valid fishing license. Fly fishing is very popular and the lake is stocked with trout. Water temperatures are in the low 60s in July and August. Our favorite part of the trip was off-roading to the historic Crystal Mill. We rented UTVs from RSP Rentals in Marble. To get to the sign, it's about 1.5 miles from the west side of Beaver Lake. We veered right at the sign, which is approximately a 4-mile drive to the Crystal Mill. It takes about 3 hours round trip to drive from Marble to the ghost town of Crystal and back. You definitely need a high-clearance 4-wheel drive vehicle. The UTVs were perfect on this road because the road is so narrow. The smaller the vehicle, the better it is. This downhill area of the road is very steep and narrow. This part of the road always makes me nervous because of the steep drop-off to the right. Yes, this is a 2-way road and it gets very spicy if cars are coming in the opposite direction. Thankfully, this part of the road is only 0.3 miles. Once we pass Lizard Lake, the road follows the Crystal River. This section of the trail is relatively flat and often has large puddles to drive through. Along this section, there are beautiful views of the Crystal River, and we especially love driving through the groves of aspen trees. We recommend doing this 4-wheeling adventure early in the morning. As the day goes on, the road gets busier. It's no fun passing other vehicles on this narrow road. Remember, uphill vehicles have the right-of-way. Waterfalls can be seen on the slopes of the surrounding mountains. Depending on the time of year you visit, waterfalls can be pretty prevalent due to the snowmelt. A little less than 4 miles from the sign, the Crystal Mill will appear. The Crystal Mill was built in 1893 to harness the energy of the Crystal River. The river's current turned a horizontal water wheel, driving an enormous air compressor. The air compressor ran heavy drills and equipment deep into the mountain. The mines around Crystal Mill mined zinc, silver, and lead deposits. Very little gold was found in this area. The Crystal Mill is one of the most photographed locations in all of Colorado. Just past the mill is Crystal City. It sits at an elevation of 9,000 feet. Crystal City was named for its stunning outcroppings of quartz crystals found nearby. During the late 1800s, Crystal City was a boomtown, boasting around 500 residents. The mill remained active until 1917, when the silver market crashed during World War I. This caused the mines to close and caused Crystal to become a quasi-ghost town. Today, only a handful of cabins remain and are owned and occupied by descendants of the early prospectors. If you visit Crystal City, be respectful of the residents who live there in the summer. This area is one of our top 5 favorite places in Colorado. As we head back to Marble, the road became significantly busier. We followed the same road back, and the views from this perspective were just as spectacular. We had fun driving back through the puddles, stopping and taking pictures, and just enjoying the beauty of this area. The UTVs were perfect to drive on this road, and we definitely recommend renting them rather than driving your own personal vehicle. Once again, we passed Lizard Lake and continued back up the narrow road back toward Beaver Lake. We never get tired of this part of Colorado. We absolutely love the area around the Crystal Mill and the backcountry surrounding Marble. We're excited to plan another trip to this part of Colorado. Now off to our next adventure.